Pastor Josh here for your midweek message. And today we're going to talk a little bit about John chapter 20. It's the text right after Thomas doubting. The disciples haven't really figured out what to do. Even though Jesus has told them what to do, they have gone back to being fishermen. Some of them have. And Jesus is trying to get them out of that. He wants them to go and be the rabbi. He wants them to go and be fishers of men, to tend his sheep. And he uses those metaphors with them. And this is one of those things where, Jesus is trying to get people out of their comfort zone. That something traumatic has happened, and they go right back to where they were, which is normal human nature. We all do it. But the thing that Jesus is trying to teach the disciples, and I think something we could learn as people, is that that conflict that brings growth. It's not pleasant. It doesn't feel good, but it is a part of our journey, and we're living that out right now here at St. Paul. We just had a meeting just Sunday, our town hall meeting, about the STEAM school that would like to come and rent space on the second floor. And some people think it's a great idea, and some people they don't think it's a great idea, it's true of every situation. You're very, very rarely, if ever, going to get 100%. It's just not going to happen, and that's okay. But the great part about this is that it gives us a chance to practice what Christ is trying to teach us, because we're a community of faith, and if we don't interact with one another, especially when we have opposing points of view, and find common ground wherever that may be, not that one side's right or one side's wrong, but finding that middle ground wherever it is, that's how we grow in our faith. That's what Christ is trying to teach us. We are a community of faith in the midst of a larger community. We're supposed to interact with our neighbors. We're supposed to interact with the city of Belleville and Swansea and O'Fallon and St. Louis at large. We're supposed to be people of a larger group. And we're supposed to be the fishers of men. We're supposed to be little under shepherds and shepherd people and work together. And that takes struggle and work and sweat and blood and tears and language. And because we have to talk. And I think that these town hall meetings, and hopefully we'll have more of them, are really important because we're not given the opportunity to communicate. You come on Sunday morning and you hear a sermon and you sing a song and you say a prayer and you go home. And we've got to find ways to dialogue with one another about how our church is doing, about where we're going to go in the future, and about the STEAM school and many other things. Who are we as the people of God? Where do we want to go? Where is God calling us to go? This is great stuff. And granted, it can get out of hand if we forget why we're here, if we forget what we're trying to do. Our goal is not to keep St. Paul running forever. It's not. Our goal is to be the people of God. If we do that, St. Paul will run forever. But sometimes we get the cart before the horse. This is about being the people of God in the community. What does that mean? Does this thing fit that agenda or doesn't it? And if there may be monetary issues with it too, but does it mean that we are the people of God? And that's the thing that is the most important, that God keeps putting things in our lives that cause us stress, that causes conflict, in order for us to remain faithful. Are we going to be the people of God? How do we interact faithfully with this issue? And that this is going to continually happen, both independently and as a corporate church. It happens all the time, to make sure that we are going to be the people of faith. Are we going to remain faithful to what God calls us to do, regardless if it's difficult or hard or uncomfortable? That's what this is about. And this is an opportunity for us. And so I hope you see it that way, and that we get to talk, that we get to struggle, that we get to work together. It is a positive thing, even though it may not feel like it in the moment. I hope that helps this week. I hope to see you on Sunday. If you want to hear more about sheep and fishes, come on out. I'll be at the 9 o'clock service. God bless.